Hello, I'm now delighted to introduce Cyrus Mikhailevsky, who is the chief executive of a Russian-based company called OnGrid. They are specialists in business and financial sector platform development with a very particular emphasis on decentralized solutions. And the presentation today is intriguingly entitled CBDC and Decentralized Finance, the Future of Digital Finance. So with that challenge, I hand you over to Cyrus Mikhailevsky. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Philip. My name is Vsevolod Mikhailevsky, and as mentioned before, I'm CEO of OnGrid Systems. We are a system integrator who is working in the field of decentralized systems development since 2017. And for now, we have vast experience in development of various DeFi solutions like DeFi platforms, DEXs, NFT platforms, and many other blockchain solutions, including corporate ones. So today, I just wanted to discuss the topic of integration of CBDC and DeFi. CBDC and DeFi my presentation is titled CBDC and DeFi, the future of digital finance is approaching. So digital money is no longer a concept or a dream. It's a fait accompli. The very fact that several hundreds of the world-leading financial experts are gathered here to discuss the matter clearly states that digital money exists. So the transition wasn't so easy. In fact, it required a serious shift in policy makers' mindset. We at OnGrid Systems have been observing this tectonic process for the last 7 years and now seeing it come to a logical conclusion. The central banks going all in with digital finance. As of today, we're lucky to witness the very first digital national currency in operation, which is cent dollar. You all have already heard John Rawls' impressive presentation of this story earlier yesterday. What is the reason behind the central banks acting on this subject? It's quite obvious. Digital money represents yet another evolution of finance, making monetary circulation truly programmable. The two key factors here are technology and possible investment returns. So let me just change the slide. As Bitcoin and other non-regulated cryptocurrencies have emerged to reach a size of $1 trillion in early 2021, the question of regulation, compliance, and control has become more serious than before. Global players currently seek opportunities to remain in control of those moves while enjoying all the benefits of the distributed ledger technology. We estimate that as technology gets a wider adoption, traditional financial institutions will be massively challenged by its DLT-fueled peers. So what's the catch? Naturally, there is one. Flexibility of the central banks and the regulators will allow top global players to reshuffle the existing monetary landscape, supporting national businesses and ecosystems on a global scale. In fact, this observation is strongly confirmed by our recent pipeline of clients, as we see financial institutions on all levels seeking consulting in the area to understand these new waters before stepping in. So China was fast to notice the big trend. Piloted in April 2020, digital yuan currently has, according to publicly available data, a total circulation of approximately $25 million. Can this be called a full-scale rollout? Not yet, but this is somewhat playground mode that nevertheless allows for testing the technology and slowly introduces the system to corporations and retail users. So separately, the country's national blockchain system, BSN, is being built. So what is BSN? BSN is designed to support over 100 public blockchains and their virtual machines inside, including Ethereum, EOS, Tezos, NEO, Nervos, and IrisNet. Effectively, this construction will act as an internet of blockchains, opening ways to cross-platform dApps. dApps stands for decentralized applications. So both systems are moving in their own ways. Should the Chinese regulators decide to connect the two so that BSN could be a technological basis for the digital yuan circulation, the merger could lead to impressive synergies. Beyond digital currency, CBDC platform that incorporate or serve as a substrate for smart contracts functionality can realize a range of monetary policy tools and novel financial instruments. Blockchain per se is just the basement, the lower level of a whole ecosystem. What comes next is an impressive set of DLT-fueled technologies. It includes dApps, tokenization mechanisms, and most importantly, decentralized financial solutions, also known as DeFi and DAO organizations. And the beauty of DeFi is autonomy. The technology resembles many traditional services with one serious difference. There is no human factor involved, and hence there are no associated risks. Some existing services can serve as an example. So the Maker project has effectively become a banking or even a credit facility, and Uniswap decentralized exchange functionality is similar to offline money exchange. And are there any notable risks to the case? Some of those are obvious: development and coding processes, system sustainability, data protection, and the general cybersecurity. To address those and prevent failures, one shall invite professional teams, and we certainly know the several names. We and our partners are on the frontier of the process, and it's obvious that a lot of basic education is needed to cover the gap in understanding the new technologies. While many DeFi solutions in the market are technologically advanced, most of UI UXs lack clarity and require users to know complicated blockchain matters like MetaMask and other wallets that are pretty complicated to use. So despite that, DeFi has quickly gained popularity in the crypto community. De facto, this technology is a major step toward reinventing the financial sector as we know it. There are illustrative examples of innovative business models that DeFi has made possible. Like smart contracts, for example, can perform flash loans that requires no collateral at all. So retail crypto users liked new opportunities to empower their digital holdings. This has led to a massive ramp up of the DeFi sectors. Through the course of 2020, total deposits in DeFi solutions has grown from less than $1 to $60 billion. Now the big question is, what stable coins will act as a basis for the DeFi ecosystem? Chances are high that digital yuan, in addition to digital dollar, digital euro, and other CBDCs will do the job in future. In the long run, the state-supported presence in DeFi is inevitable. The state institutions are to act in order to establish a regulatory framework for the sector while maintaining DAO status for its actors. Currently, we are facing massive requests, both in general consulting, technological audit, coding, developing, testing, market positioning, and marketing per se from all around the globe. Wall Street and other financial moguls are entering the sector as well. In the last months, only companies like JP Morgan, Deutsche Telekom, Kasikorn Bank, and Shopify have either launched their DeFi subsidiaries or started searching for dedicated teams to kick off internal development processes. Sounds like the green light is on? Not yet. Despite their efforts, many obstacles are to be overcome, and multiple questions need to be answered. Legal and compliance, technology and security, product fitting and market positioning. And so far, expertise on the market remains pretty scarce, with some notable exclusions like us or our partners. We were lucky to be among the sector pioneers, thus accumulating essential knowledge and experience on all major issues, like DeFi functioning, landscape of existing projects that do work successfully, legal context and legal frameworks of different jurisdictions, GDPR, and other compliance and disclosure aspects. We anticipate that the DeFi sector will see a massive inflow of capital through the coming years with new projects launched, both in the frontier and well-established and regulated markets. Investments are moving into the sector due to higher returns. Compared to the traditional banking, DeFi offers at first higher APYs, less friction, lower transactional costs, and it requires no operational desks, office, or even receptionists. OnGrid and MINDSMITH have been swimming in these waters for several years, authoring the CBDC Navigator, which is the biggest public library on CBDC publications, covering over 200 sources on the subject starting from 2014. This is an international collaboration that, among others, includes Spain's University of Avella. So to wrap up, with 90% of people on the globe owning a smartphone, gadgets and gadgets are a future battlefield and collaboration between traditional and decentralized finance. And we see really huge potential to facilitate further discussions on DeFi here. Our studies may help banking and financial players see new prospects and angles to develop their business models towards the distributed economy, creating a bridge between these two very different but big universes. We strongly believe that with all of us here today, we can start building this bridge together. So here we are, a combined wisdom of global finance. Is there something worth doing instantly? Surely yes. Currently, the DeFi market is in desperate need of structuring. First, a landscape of existing projects needs to be studied and monitored. This includes reliable sector statistics and project data. Other points that require clarification are legal issues, research and legal frameworks of different jurisdictions, GDPR, and other compliance and disclosure. In some cases, regulatory sandboxes might provide significant support, allowing for the innovative opportunities I have mentioned earlier. The very first essential point is knowledge. To succeed in these new waters, you need to understand its tides, currents, and of course, hidden pitfalls. Those are technology, regulation, and business prospects, screening and studying the best market practices, and launching new projects. There are a lot of questions ahead of us, and for some of them, we already have answers. We are out there watching the battlefield and tracking all the changes and developments for you. Our key advantage is language. Being tech specialists, we can read the hard wording and translate it into understandable news and analysis. You, from other angle, come from traditional markets. Being experts in your fields, you're all well-informed regulators and industry influencers. You have the perfect knowledge of possible adoption and the path to speed it up. So let's join forces together. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you. I think your final call to action to say that the private sector and public sectors are going to have to work together on this to bring about optimum returns with minimum risk is a very powerful observation. So thank you very much indeed for talking to us today. and we look forward to hearing more from you and from OnGrid. Thank you, or should I say, spasibo.
Спасибо. Thank you, Philip. Thank you, colleagues.